Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Shreya Savitay. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Thursday, the 30th of September. Indian Prime Minister Modi lays foundation stone of 4 medical colleges, says government working towards transforming health sector. Pakistan calls US Senate bill seeking assessment into its role in Taliban victory as unwarranted. And India-Nepal hold bilateral meet to review progress in post-earthquake reconstruction projects. And now for all the details. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday said that the central government is working towards transforming the health sector of the country and is increasing its strength, self-reliance in the sector, as he virtually laid the foundation stone of 4 new medical colleges and inaugurated the Institute of Petrochemicals Technology located in Rajasthan state.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday virtually laid the foundation stone of 4 new medical colleges in Rajasthan state and also inaugurated the Institute of Petrochemicals Technology located in Sitapura. Speaking at the event, Prime Minister Modi said that the central government is working towards transforming the health sector of the country and is increasing its strength, self-reliance in the sector.
ये महामारी बहुत कुछ सिखाया भी है और बहुत कुछ सिखा रही है। हर देश अपने अपने तरीके से इस संकट से निपटने में जुटा है। भारत ने इस आपदा में आत्मनिर्भरता का, अपने सामर्थ्य में बढ़ोतरी का संकल्प लिया है। पेट्रोकेमिकल टेक्नोलॉजी का उद्घाटन इसी दिशा में एक अहम कदम है।
Prime Minister Modi also informed that the central government wants to ensure that every district in the country has at least one medical college or an institution that provides postgraduate medical education. Meanwhile, India witnessed a sharp single-day spike in the daily coronavirus caseload on Thursday. At 23,529, India saw a 24% increase in fresh infections. At present, India has 277,020 active cases, the lowest level of active cases in the last 195 days. The total number of virus-related cases registered so far stands at 33.7 million. The recovery rate battered at 97.85%. India's Health Ministry says that this is the highest since March 2020. The total number of inoculations done since the vaccination drive's launch earlier this year stands at 883.4 million.
Voting for the assembly by polls was held in India's eastern Odisha and West Bengal states on Thursday amid tight security and stringent COVID-19 measures. The polls had to be deferred in April in Pipili in Odisha and 2 constituencies of West Bengal following the death of the candidates there. Meanwhile, the high-voltage by-election to Kolkata's Bhowanipore seat is being seen as a prestigious battle for Mamata Banerjee, the chief of regional Trinamool Congress party, who has to win to retain her post as West Bengal's chief minister. She is presently not a member of the Legislative Assembly, as she had earlier lost in assembly elections to a candidate of India's ruling Bharatiya Janata Party. The sitting lawmaker from Bhowanipore had resigned so that Banerjee could contest from the seat and retain her berth. The results of the by-polls will be declared on 3rd of October. Moving on, with picturesque landscapes and cultural diversity, Gilgit Baltistan is the ultimate tourist destination. However, locals have lamented the Pakistan government has completely failed to develop proper infrastructure and bring policies to boost the tourism sector in the illegally occupied region.
The remote Himalayan region of Gilgit Baltistan is blessed with breathtaking beauty as it features stunning valleys and crystal blue lakes. Locals have, however, claimed that the tourism industry in Geyser Valley has been facing a severe crisis amid the COVID-19 pandemic. They lamented government's apathy to develop roads and other basic infrastructure in the illegally occupied region, which has kept it out of bounds for tourists.
खान साहब कह रहा है कि टूरिज्म के लिए हम काम कर रहे हैं तो उसका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। अभी काम कर रहे हैं तो प्रैक्टिकल अभी तक कुछ नहीं हुआ यहाँ पे काम। अगर प्रैक्टिकल हमने रिक्वेस्ट भी की थी उनकी हुकूमत से भी, इमरान खान साहब की हुकूमत से भी, और यही जो मेन बैरल का इशू, तो अभी तक कोई हल नहीं हुआ वहाँ।
Meanwhile, a lot of local residents who have taken up fishery farms for survival in the region said that the trout fishing, which attracted a lot of visitors, has also been hit hard amid the pandemic.
सर मैं इस वक्त लोकल टूरिस्ट आते हैं, बस कोविड की वजह से वो हमारे इस इलाके में टूरिस्ट नहीं आते इस साल और नहीं आए हैं, तो इसकी मार्केट तो अभी बहुत है, ट्रोट की मार्केट बहुत है। हम अगर यहाँ प्रोडक्ट हो तो ये एक्सपोर्ट भी हो सकती है, तो इसकी वैल्यूज़ बहुत है, लेकिन कोविड की वजह से हम कुछ नहीं कर पा रहे इस साल।
Locals blame Islamabad's indifferent attitude towards the region has affected all sections of the society. Apart from fishing industry, shopkeepers, hoteliers and other small businesses in the region are also facing an acute crisis.
Pakistan's Foreign Ministry has termed a draft bill introduced in the US Senate as unwarranted, as it seeks assessment into Islamabad's alleged role in Afghanistan before and after the fall of Kabul and in the Taliban offensive in Panjshir Valley. Pakistan's Interior Minister Sheikh Rashid Ahmad also rejected allegations that Pakistan had provided any military support to the Afghan Taliban.
Pakistan's Foreign Office on Wednesday termed a draft bill introduced in the US Senate this week as unwarranted, as it seeks sanctions against the Taliban and assessment into Pakistan's alleged role in Afghanistan before and after the fall of Kabul and in the Taliban offensive in Panjshir Valley. Pakistan's Foreign Office spokesperson Asim Iftikhar Ahmed in a statement said, "Sustained security cooperation between Pakistan and the US would remain critical in dealing with any future terrorist threat in the region. Such proposed legislative measures are therefore uncalled for and counterproductive." Separately, Pakistan's Interior Minister Sheikh Rashid Ahmad also rejected the allegations that Pakistan had provided any military support to the Afghan Taliban.
और जिस तरह अमेरिकन सेनेट में बिल गया, पाकिस्तान के और बड़े इम्तिहान हो सकते हैं, लेकिन हम सरेंडर नहीं करेंगे। हम अपने अफगानी भाइयों के लिए अगर कोई इंसानी बुरान पैदा होने का वक्त आया तो अफगानिस्तान की भरपूर मदद करेंगे। हम उनकी कोई अस्करी मदद नहीं कर रहे, कोई कुछ मदद नहीं कर रहे, ये सब बकवास है।
Meanwhile, top Pentagon officials have warned that Al-Qaeda or the Islamic State could rebuild in Afghanistan. That is yet to be seen. We could get to that point, General Kenneth McKenzie, the head of the US military's Central Command, said in response to a question at the Senate Armed Services Committee hearing on Wednesday. This comes as Taliban earlier this month denied the presence of Al-Qaeda and Islamic State militants in Afghanistan, despite attacks by the Islamic State following the Taliban's takeover in August.
In news from Afghanistan, Afghanistan's health system is on the brink of collapse, the World Health Organization has warned. While on the streets of capital Kabul, the hunger families are suffering is as acute in urban areas as the drought-stricken rural part of the country. Under the Taliban, Kabul residents now hope for improvements in healthcare and medicine availability.
Amid economic problems and rising poverty in Afghanistan, now the healthcare system that is very dependent on foreign aid is on the brink of collapse. Afghans say most healthcare facilities across the country are now running out of emergency medication, and there is a lack of medicine in medical facilities. Several COVID-19 hospitals have also closed. Residents in capital Kabul on Wednesday said they hope for improvements in healthcare and medicine availability under the Taliban.
افغانان د چې هیڅ پیسې نه لري، کار روزګار یې خراب شوی د دمدې هغه له لاسه د اماراتو له لاسه، خو هغه ده دوی باید هغه کوم ډاکټران چې تللي دي استعفا یې ورکړې د هغوی باید دوی ته راولي، خپلو کار باندې خپلو وظیفو باندې وسپاري، او شفاخانو کې هم داسې زیاتره دوا خلاصه شوې ده که نه، او هغه دوا د موږ مشکلات حل کړي، او موږ چې غریب خلک یې دونه روپۍ نه لرو چې دوا واخلو.
Another Kabul resident said he hoped doctors would decrease their consultation fees amid unemployment in the country.
چون که در افغانستان فعلا غریبی نیست، مردم بیکار است، در بدر از دکترها فیش پایان بیاره برای مشکلات مردم رسیدگی شود.
Last week, the World Health Organization's representative to Afghanistan called on the international community to resume funding of the war-torn country's health program, which was suspended when the Taliban took over governing the country, as the healthcare system had plunged into crisis. Since takeover, the Taliban have grappled with a severe economic crisis and have faced pressure on issues ranging from girls' education to allegations of reprisals against former officials and others associated with the previous government.
Moving on, India and Nepal held a secretary-level meeting in Nepal's capital Kathmandu on Thursday to review progress of post-2015 earthquake reconstruction projects in Himalayan nation. As part of bilateral cooperation, 6 schools reconstructed with Indian grant assistance were jointly inaugurated and foundation stone of a health post was laid on Wednesday.
India and Nepal on Thursday held a joint project monitoring committee meeting at the Foreign Ministry Secretary level in Nepal's capital Kathmandu to review progress of post-2015 earthquake reconstruction projects in the Himalayan nation. This came after the Indian Embassy in Nepal and Nepal's National Reconstruction Authority had earlier this month signed agreements for the reconstruction of 14 cultural heritage projects and 103 health sector projects across the country, which were damaged during the 2015 earthquake. Top officials from both the countries had jointly inaugurated 6 schools and laid foundation stone of a health post being built with Indian grant assistance on Wednesday. This is the first prominent show of bilateral cooperation since Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba took charge in Nepal in July this year.
दीर्घकालिक आवश्यकताओं को प्राथमिकता दी जाए, इसके लिए हम लोग ने सरकार के साथ, यहाँ की सरकार के साथ बातचीत की और ये सहमति बनी कि आवास, शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य और सांस्कृतिक धरोहर के संरक्षण के लिए हमारा ध्यान केंद्रित होना चाहिए.
India has committed a reconstruction of grant in aid of $250 million for reconstruction projects in housing, education, health and cultural heritage sectors in the Himalayan nation, which were damaged during the deadly 2015 earthquake.
Dal Lake in India's northern Srinagar city is integral to tourism and recreation, with houseboats being a major tourist attraction for decades in the beautiful Kashmir Valley. To restore the beauty of Dal Lake and bring in more tourists, authorities have resumed cleaning of the lake in full swing.
Cleaning of the iconic Dal Lake is in full swing in Srinagar city of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir territory, as authorities try to restore the beauty of the lake and bring in more tourists. Jammu and Kashmir Lakes and Waterways Development Authority brought machines to speed up the cleaning process, as manual cleaning was also done on Wednesday to clean lily, weed and garbage from the lake.
इस साल हमने ज़्यादा मैकेनिकल कंपोनेंट इंक्रीज़ किया है. हमने इस साल तकरीबन 15 से 16 मशीनें और डिप्लॉय की हुई है, ख़ास तौर पे जो लिली एक्सट्रैक्शन के लिए हैं. इसमें भी आपको और भी ये मैं बताऊं कि क्योंकि ये लाइव लेक है, इसमें जो मैक्रोफाइट्स होते हैं, एक्वेटिक प्लांट्स होते हैं, उनके लिए जो साइंटिफिक एडवाइजरी है वो ये है कि 30 से 40% ही हमें वो उसको निकालना पड़ता है. और इसमें और भी फैक्टर्स इन्वॉल्व होते हैं, क्योंकि ये हैबिटेट इसके लिए भी है, वाटरफाउल के लिए भी है, फिश के लिए भी है.
Dal Lake is integral to tourism and recreation in the region and is named the jewel in the crown of Kashmir, with houseboats being a major tourist attraction for decades in the beautiful Kashmir Valley.
कोविड के बाद में ये जो है सफाई की है और हम घूमने के लिए आए हैं. हम भी अच्छा मन कर रहा है देखने के लिए और बहुत खुश हैं गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर हम कि इसने अच्छा काम किया है.
Dal Lake also acts as an important source for commercial operations in fishing and water plant harvesting. Over the years, the Dal Lake has deteriorated considerably as thousands of tons of sewage spew into it, feeding weeds and choking the lake and its aquatic life of oxygen.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now, viewers can watch the show on southasianewsline.com. You can also visit us on facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.